I was her stand-in dad for the dance. Then her mom whispered, "Why did it have to be you?" When Emily asked me to be her stand-in dad for the father-daughter dance, I thought she was joking. Her father had passed away years ago, and I had promised him before his death that I would always look after his daughter. So when Emily called me that afternoon and said, "Please, just for one night," I couldn't say no. I put on my best suit and drove to the school gym, expecting nothing more than an emotional evening with a kid I loved like family. But the moment I walked through those doors, I saw Sarah, Emily's mother, standing beside the decorations. She looked at me as if she had seen a ghost. For a few seconds, neither of us moved. Sarah's eyes traveled from my face to the suit I was wearing, then back again. Emily ran toward me with a huge smile. "You came!" she shouted, wrapping her arms around me. I laughed and hugged her tightly. "I promised you, didn't I?" She nodded proudly and pulled me toward the dance floor. The music started, and Emily placed her hand in mine. As we slowly danced, I noticed Sarah watching from across the room. There was something in her expression I couldn't understand: sadness, anger, and something that looked dangerously close to regret. When the song ended, Sarah approached me. She waited until Emily was talking with her friends before whispering, "Why did it have to be you?" I frowned. "What do you mean?" She looked away, blinking back tears. "You really don't remember?" "Remember what?" Her voice trembled. "Us." The word hit me harder than I expected. Suddenly, fragments of an old summer came rushing back. Late-night conversations, stolen smiles, promises we made before life pulled us apart. Sarah stepped closer. "You left without saying goodbye." I stared at her, completely stunned. "Sarah, I thought you wanted me gone." She shook her head. "I never wanted you to leave." Before I could answer, Emily called from across the room, "Mom, come take a picture of us." Sarah wiped her tears and smiled. But as she walked away, I knew the past had just walked back into my life. After the dance ended, the school gym slowly emptied. Parents gathered their children, teachers folded chairs, and the soft music faded into silence. Emily was busy showing her friends the pictures from the evening, while Sarah stood near the exit, staring at me like she was trying to decide whether to tell me something or run away. Finally she whispered, "We need to talk." We stepped outside into the cool evening air. For a moment, neither of us spoke. Then Sarah took a deep breath. "Before I married your best friend, you and I were together." "I remember," I said quietly. "But I thought you chose him." Her eyes filled with tears. "I chose you. You were the one who disappeared." My heart stopped. "Why did you never tell me?" "Because I thought you didn't want to know." She looked down. "When you left town, I found out I was pregnant. Your best friend knew everything. He promised to protect me and the baby. When Emily was born, he raised her as his own." I stared at the school parking lot, trying to process everything. The little girl I'd promised to protect wasn't just my best friend's daughter. She was my daughter. "Does Emily know?" I asked. Sarah shook her head. "Not yet." I didn't want to destroy the only family she had ever known. I swallowed hard. "Then we don't tell her tonight. She deserves time." Sarah looked at me, surprised. "You aren't angry?" "I am," I admitted, "but not at her." Just then, Emily ran outside, holding the dance photos. "Mom, look! We look like a real family." Sarah and I exchanged a nervous glance. I smiled at Emily. "Maybe we do," she grinned. "Can you come for breakfast tomorrow?" I looked at Sarah. She smiled through her tears. "I'd like that," I said. As Emily walked between us toward the car, Sarah quietly reached for my hand. I held it. For the first time in years, neither of us let go.